What do you think would have happened if you hadn't received the support from Afrikindness?
I said I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to the council. Lots of information. I keep saying that, right? But it's just a struggle, just trying to know what to do. Especially if, based on the schedule, you should get a feedback from the council 6 weeks. In our case, we didn't get a response until maybe month 5 or thereabout, before even acknowledging our application at all. Month 5, after 5 months, right? So it's just like desperation. I'm giving up. I mean, this isn't going to work. Is it because I'm new to the environment, or is it because we're not from this place, right? But having someone like Bumi and the team working with us to say, don't worry, I mean, you deserve this. You have a need for it, right? Then when the resources are available, okay, are you sure there are provisions? Don't worry, the resources are available. Then why is it a struggle trying to get it? The first major point of contact for us was when we had to apply for a school for him. On the form, there's a place where you're required to indicate whether you have any special needs. So I would expect that once that button is clicked from the council, there should be a process should be triggered where you look at this particular parent or family needs this support, and from that point you assign that case to an individual and then follows through to help manage the process such that, I mean, this is almost a year. I mean, my son is not accepted, he's back home. So I think that way it could have made the journey easier and that helped us to settle down properly.
The delay in intervention from local statutory bodies, what impact has that had on your family dynamic?
It's made it very difficult, right? Loneliness. I mean, just myself and wife. I mean, I work mostly from home. You would have said an advantage, but it's not. I mean, you see that people with their children, ours is not with us because it's hard to go back, and I would say we've not allowed it damage our relationship, because sometimes we begin to doubt, have we made the right decision in trying to bring him here? But we think that we are now getting the process restored, and hopefully over the next few weeks we believe that we would be able to address the challenges that we have currently. And because it's such a joy just to have your son or your child with you. So that separation is really causing us some pain, but we go through each day with the expectation that hopefully this will be over soon. So we're really looking forward to having this settled quickly.
Thank you for answering that so honestly.
What was it that made you decide to connect with Afrikindness?
First of all, the fact that I heard Afri means it stands for Africa, and then the kindness was something that also attracted me to it. So I also went online to Google what they're all about, and I saw a lot of things that they did, and that gave me confidence to, open up, to Afrikindness.
Right. So it's like the name.
The name is attractive, and the fact that it has Africa in it because I'm an African. So these two just connected me straight up. Before, I didn't understand all of this, and the fact that Afrikindness is bringing awareness makes it even more interesting, because sometimes you're on the road, people don't understand what's going on. They just look at you like, this Black person has a problem. But now that there's an awareness in churches, in schools, it's even easy for somebody to help you, right? But when I went to church the other time, I'm not sure they understood what was going on, because it was more like a drama, a scary drama, and I didn't want to be in that situation. So I told myself I wasn't going to church again. I'd rather do something online, and get my peace rather than, having my children. It's painful to see your child struggling and there's no help, because the next person doesn't understand why he's shouting. So nobody can help. They just feel like he's disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
And because of that, I just didn't feel comfortable. But now when I want to take my kids to an open space, I go to a place where I know that they are safe.
Yeah.
Because not everybody would want to be in the same space with you. You need to consider their care first. So first of all, I need to set out, quiet space or space where you have children like this. Afrikindness introduced me to a place in Wakefield. It's a very good space. It's quiet. Kids you see there are also on the spectrum, but the parents have one-on-one session with each other. So I share my strength. You give me yours. I take back as a feedback, and I go home and use that to, moderate. It helps. But when you're in a space where nobody understands what's going on, you're struggling, and then you get into depression.
Yeah.
And that's not where I want to be.
But you would say it's slowly changing in terms of the awareness that
because
the work that Afrikindness is doing in some
yeah,
churches.
because they have taken the boys to different spaces, to help them get that social gap, closed. And we're confident. There's also the support on the neurodiversity, which another volunteer in the Afrikindness also work with me one-on-one, to help build issues like this. I give her all the challenges, and then she map out like a timetable and a structure, which I never used to do. I never used to do bedtime, routine, all of that. But with this, it made it even easy. Now the kids know there's something called routine. So they can follow that routine even without struggle. And with that conversation, they start chipping in things that they're doing in the organization. Things like they give out free vouchers, and I'm also a beneficiary of that. That one helped me a lot, because my kids don't eat sugar. They eat specific kind of food, and I have to keep buying all of this. But Afrikindness came up, and then say we have vouchers for family that have children on the spectrum and would like to support them with, anything your child needs, you can go to the store and pick them up. And I'm like, really, this organization just keep doing everything in circle and is helping. So every month, sometimes in 2 months, you see them come up, oh, there's a voucher for you to go get food for your kids. I get the voucher. It's a lot. It's what I mean, it's a lot, but these are the things that I benefit, and I'm happy that I can get access to this for free. I don't really need to pay. You're not paying anything. There's no consultation fee. It's just something that they do out of kindness to support families. And these are one of the things that I have enjoyed.
The story of Family X is not unfamiliar or uncommon. It is a very common story amongst many households within the African and ethnic minority communities, where parents struggle to understand the needs of their children or even how to get the right support for their children. For many of these parents, they struggle to navigate the complex system that surrounds accessing neurodiversity support within the UK. It was based on this that we put together the Afrikindness Neurodiversity Community Program, ANCP, funded by Sir George Martin Trust and the Leeds Community Foundation. The ANCP was put together to provide the support, the tools, the skills, the knowledge to parents, to community leaders, and to educators, this knowledge that they need to provide the right support for children who are neurodivergent in our community. And we have done this since 2024 through programs, webinars, workshops, awareness campaigns. Through this program, we have reached over 600 families, with parents saying that they are now more aware, more confident, more trusting of the system, and more willing to access the support that their children need. During our ANCP awareness programs, a lot of families began to trust us and began to come up to us with their challenges. And in our bid and in our commitment to bridge the gap, we took on 2 severe cases where the development of the children and the family dynamics were really at risk. We took on these cases, we supported these families, we advocated for them, and we provided even bespoke intervention to these children. Today, these families are really feeling well supported, more confident, and the young people are getting the appropriate support that they need. It was good to see our efforts rewarded in 2024 when we got 3 awards recognizing our work across the nation. That was really encouraging for us. Having completed the 6-month intensive neurodiversity and inclusion train the trainer program, which was funded by the Sir George Martin Trust and the Leeds Community Foundation, I put together a 4 weeks intensive program as well to train community leaders, educators, and professionals on how to provide culturally sensitive neurodiversity awareness and support to members of the ethnic minority and African communities. And this program was really impactful from the feedback that we got. On the first day, we had over 70 participants. Please do hear from the community leaders on the impact of this program and what our next steps will look like.
My name is Dr. Susie Onyika-Yakiri. I volunteer with the Afrikindness parent planning team, specifically the Afrikindness Neurodiversity team. I completed the 4-week neurodiversity about a week ago, and with Afrikindness, and honestly, it was a turning point for me. What stood out for me the most was how the training helped me to understand the lived experiences of neurodiverse children and their families, especially within our cultural communities, where unfortunately there's still so much misunderstanding and stigma. It made me reflect deeply on how we talk about neurodiversity in our communities and how much work we still need to do. I'm now looking forward to working with the Afrikindness team to co-create a culturally sensitive neurodiversity training pack, one I believe will speak to our communities in the language they understand, and especially with compassion. Hi, I'm Chloe Rennick. I'm the Inclusion Hub leader at Rosebank Primary School, where I work with staff, students and parents to address those barriers to learning and advocate for children who have special educational needs and disabilities. I joined Afrikindness because I'm really passionate about understanding the whole child in the context of their school, their family, their community environment. It can be challenging working with families who've been through difficult experiences, and I really wanted to better understand these experiences from a community perspective. Participating in Afrikindness's 4-week training, the culturally responsive neurodiversity training, it was truly enlightening. It challenged my perspectives and it equipped me with some practical strategies that I can take back to school, share with staff, and really support those children, neurodiverse students from all cultural backgrounds, and especially those from diverse communities. What stood out for me was the emphasis on cultural sensitivity, the importance of language, and a strengths-based approach. Understanding the unique challenges faced by students from diverse backgrounds will be really transformative for those teachers and support staff that I work with, and it's already begun to shape practice with the children in my own school. I'm really excited to collaborate with Afrikindness and fellow educators to co-create a training and communication pack that will be tailored for for schools in Leeds. And this initiative will aim to foster inclusive environments where every student feels understood and supported. Thank you so much. This journey has been transformative for me. I'm really very eager to contribute to creating lasting change in our educational system.
My name is Nkechi Clara Chibobi. Completing Afrikindness 4 weeks culturally responsive neurodiversity training was a big transformative. It deepens my understanding and equipped me with practical strategies to support neurodiverse individuals in our community. Now I'm committed to delivering this training across Leeds, fostering awareness and building inclusive support network for families navigating neurodiversity. Together, we can create a more understanding and supportive environment for all.
Hi, I'm Alice, an education specialist and psychologist with Afrikindness, and I'm proud to support our neurodiversity drop-in sessions. Since launching in March, every session has been fully booked, underscoring how desperately parents need help navigating their child's needs, accessing support and understanding school provisions. We provide tailored advice, emotional support and clear signposting, even for the most complex cases, so families never feel alone. There have been a wide range of issues raised by parents, and while the problems they bring are diverse, the common thread is the worry and stress that's impacting on parents and their children. It's incredibly rewarding to see parents gain confidence and feel empowered to advocate for their children.
My name is Bumi Owolabi and I'm the CEO of Afrikindness. You've heard the heartfelt stories from parents who have found support and understanding, to community leaders who have stepped up to drive change, to schools embracing inclusivity. Empowerment indeed is the driving force behind these transformations. Our strategic mission is to bridge cultural divides, to foster inclusivity, to empower individuals to create lasting positive change in their communities. This mission guides every step that we take. This year, we also serve as the third sector representative on the Learning Disability and Neurodiversity Population Board, ensuring that the voices of our communities are heard in strategic discussions. With the invaluable support of Forum Central, we've been able to navigate severe and complex parental challenges, and I mean complex parental challenges, providing tailored support to the families in need. While we have made significant strides, there's still more work to be done. Our commitment to supporting families remains unwavering. We extend our deepest gratitude to Leeds Community Foundation and Sir George Martin Trust. Their generous funding and unwavering support have been instrumental in making our initiatives a reality. Notably, our very first grant came from Sir George Martin Trust, a milestone that marked the beginning of our journey to empowering communities. I would also like to posthumously recognize Sylvia Nunn, whose visionary leadership and commitments continue to inspire us all. In our honor, we are proud recipients of the Sylvia Nunn Memorial Award from Leeds Community Foundation, a testament to our enduring legacy. As we look to the future, we invite you all, leaders, community leaders, to join us. If you are a parent, if you're a professional, if you're working in school, an educator, a teacher with relevant skills, but someone passionate about making a difference in communities. And most importantly, if you're from a diverse community, we welcome you. We welcome you to be part of our next cohort of community leaders in Leeds. Together, we can continue to build stronger and more inclusive communities. Remember, empowered communities empower generations. Let's keep empowering.